Welcome. I am Patrick Kozakiewicz, and this practice is part of the mindfulness meditation series of the book, The Mindful Response. The breath, sounds, and thoughts meditation. As we begin this practice, I invite you to breathe into how you settle and arrive. Noticing how the breath is as we transition from whatever was happening before to this practice time now. Taking the time and making the space to really explore the sensations of breathing. Where you can feel, sense, and connect with them more clearly, vividly. Tuning in to the rising and falling, the in and out of the body breathing. Perhaps in particular, paying attention to the space, a little pause between your in-breath and your out-breath. Reflecting upon where does the breath actually begin? Where does it end? And perhaps even recognizing and acknowledging how the breath seems to arrive out of nowhere, out of silence, out of space, stays for a bit, and then departs, leaves. And beginning now to tune in to something else that shares this similar feature. and that's sounds. So taking some time now to shift your attention from breathing to the soundscape. What sounds can you hear right now? There may be some constant sounds. There may be sounds that come in and out, like the sound of my voice. Sounds coming from afar. Sounds coming from closer. Perhaps even noticing how quick the mind is to recognize, to name, to label. Ah, that's the sound of my neighbor mowing the lawn. That's the sound of a bird, air conditioning, or whatever else it is. Perhaps recognizing how quick the mind is to judge. Oh, that's a nice sound. That one can stay. Oh, not that sound. Oh, I don't like that one. As best we can, exploring the possibility of just listening to sounds coming in and out of our experience, just like we were paying attention to the breath coming in and out. Maybe even tuning in to the silence that sounds come out of and eventually fall back into. Knowing that we don't need to get caught up with the sounds, that we can just witness and observe them with care, with curiosity, just like breathing. And now beginning to move into something else that comes in and out, that arrives can grab our attention, like breathing or sounds, and eventually leaves, departs. Thoughts or thinking. Exploring now thoughts. Becoming a witness, an observer of thoughts as they come into our experience and as they eventually leave. Observing and watching the thoughts like clouds in the sky or trains at a station. And if the mind is filled with lots of racing thoughts right now, maybe the metaphor of Formula One cars or a racing river can be more supportive in how you witness and how you observe the thinking mind. Perhaps naming thoughts could be supportive. Oh, that's a thought about the future. Oh, and that one's about the past. That one's about something that's happening right now. Pleasant thought, unpleasant thought, or anything else that's supportive in you getting a clearer picture or understanding of the thoughts that arise moment by moment. Some thoughts may be more sticky, might draw your attention more firmly. In that case, maybe coming back to sounds or to breathing. Noticing how thoughts require our attention, how we need to continuously feed them with additional thoughts to sustain. As best we can. Watching and observing the thoughts like we did with sounds, like we did with breathing. And slowly now, gently and kindly, widening your attention to include the thoughts, the sounds, the breathing, and anything else in your spacious and open awareness. Being mindful, moment by moment, breath by breath. Sound by sound. And thought by thought. Inviting you to mindfully respond to whatever's next in your day after this practice. Thank you for the time. Enjoy.